Hello, this is Eucep again, and I'm going to hold up to my promise. So I'm going to review movie 2007 Voyager class Optimus Prime. This guy is the same mold as the one of the Voyager Optimus Prime from Rise of the Fallen. Only that one has some different paint applications. So pretty much this is the same one, except around here or here I saw some Cybertronian signs on his Rise of the Fallen counterpart. But otherwise he's the same. He's pretty excellent, I must say. I really prefer this over the 2007 Leader Optimus Prime for more than one reason. The vehicle mode looks a bit gappy, especially on the sides here. Let's get some better lighting in. As you can see, there are some fair amounts of gaps. The nose isn't as broken up though as the Leader class is. He also has some interesting light piping, as you can see here. This works for both his headlights. Mostly due to from the rear, as you can see there is just some clear plastic. It works nice enough. Here's a little gimmick with the driver. As you can see, there is a little guy in there, but if you pull open the door, he's gone. But then again, there is this little button here which you press in the closing the door, and you can already see where he's coming from. And this is a very tight thing, so I don't like to use it too much. He has another gimmick. Unlike many of the movie toys, this guy has actually an attack mode in his truck. So yeah, it's actually part of his transformation, but I think it looks quite cool. You pull aside these, then on each side you pull up this whole part which forms his guns in robot mode. Then let's see if I can do this properly. You make these point back, and then you rotate these entirely around, and here you got him in his attack mode, which I think is pretty cool. It looks convincing, and he has firing missiles. It's one of the few where I haven't removed the missiles, since they are part of how he looks, but they don't fire out that well. Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to his robot mode. To get there, first of all, let's unhook his arms, which are hidden on the underside. You separate them, and there are, as you can see, this is part of the whole hinge. Move it around and fold it up. On the same on the other side. And his arms are pretty far done. Just these loose parts should turn around on his arm, mostly to free up some motion in them. So pretty much you can also have him like this for another attack mode. So yeah, he could be driving around firing his pistols like this. Oh yeah. Alright, enough silliness. Let's go on with his transformation. We unhook his cabin part. And you can already move this part. So it's folded up above his head. These whole parts will form his feet. First press it like this. And there is some automorph gimmicky in this part. So pull out his feet, and then it's a question of pressing it on, and it's all nearly done. Pull out his heel spurs. There is, you see here, these rear lights are actually the plug which fit into his knee, so it stays together like this. So pretty much he's quite far done now. You take these parts, fold it up, just to make it look a bit neater. It's not really required, but as I said, yeah, it just looks better. And last but not least, you take his whole, in this department you have this little piece, pull out, and there you have his head. And lastly, fold down this, double hinge, and fold it up like this, so it's like this. Also quite like the Autobot symbol here. It's not perfect, but it looks nice. And yeah, here you got him in robot mode. Voyager Optimus Prime looks quite good in my opinion. Yeah, he has a serious backpack issue here, but I don't really mind it as much because I think it looks very cool. Unlike the two leader classes, yes, his chest is a bit more the fake kind because the real part is here, but it works. He looks a bit more show accurate than the leader class of 2007, but the Rise of the Fallen leader is indeed an improvement over this one. He has some light piping in this mode as well, as you can see here. I must say these eyes look a bit more evil than I'd like, but oh well, it can't be helped. And of course, yeah, he comes with his two guns, which looks fairly decent. I like it more than the stumpy gun that the leader class has. And these can be stored still on his back. It adds to his back kibble, but it also gives him back some of the G1 feel with the stacks over his shoulders. Overall, he has a fairly decent articulation, ratcheted joints in the hips, which can do the Perceptor kick, of course. Ratcheted, no, not ratcheted. They look like it, but they aren't. But a good 90-degree motion in the knees. His ankles are on swivels, but really much you don't get out of it. They are fairly loose, so it's pretty well posable. Shoulders 360, thigh room of bicep rotation. His elbows work fairly nice, and even ball jointed hands. He has some curious hands with this basic position they are in. Doesn't really, I don't really like the mold of these hands. They work for the guns, but otherwise no. I'm very tempted to try and replace them with some Gundam hands or something like that. And his head can rotate, but I think they should have put on a ball joint or something like that instead of just a swivel, but that's just me. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's an excellent mold, considering the Rise of the Fallen version is the same. If you haven't yet gotten this mold, I can recommend getting the Rise of the Fallen version as well, just to have at least one of this mold. Anyway, this was Eucep. See you next time.